conversation recently with someone about kids ministry, and they asked me the question, why does it matter if my child participates in a kids ministry program? We go to church a couple of times a year. They sit with us in the adult service. Felt like this was a really valid question, and so I wanted to answer and maybe challenge someone else's thinking. First, let me share some facts with you. Barna Research Group actually did a study, and what they found is that of the people who will have a personal relationship with God in their lifetime, 67% of those individuals began that relationship before the age of 18. 43% began that relationship before the age of 12. So that tells me that this time in our kids' lives is critical for their emotional, their intellectual, and their spiritual foundation. Someone or a whole team of someones spends hours each week preparing so that our children can be engaged at church and have hands-on, age-appropriate ways that are relevant and fun for them to learn. When they participate in a preschool, elementary, or student ministry program that is designed intentionally for their level of understanding, they're going to actually be able to process what they're learning better, and the likelihood is greater that it's going to have a personal impact on their life. The goal would be that when they go home, they're able to understand and apply what they've learned Monday through Saturday. A quality children's or student ministry program is actually going to be relevant, engaging, and really fun for our kids to be a part of. I know personally in our house, we are in a season of raising teenagers. And from my experience, at least, it is not a matter of if, but a matter of when our kids stop taking everything that mom and dad say as the cold, hard truth. When our kids try to disregard some of what we're saying, or they want to ask input from someone other than mom and dad, we actually have this whole group of people that have already built trust equity in their lives that they can turn to and end up pointing them to the very same truths into God's word. It's the leaders who have built a relationship in their children's and student ministry programs. I know that when all of the adults in our kids' lives echo the same thing, it becomes really hard for them to ignore. I want to challenge you not just to get your kids involved, but to make it a priority to show up consistently. You see, it's the small deposits over time that build a spiritual and a relational foundation. By us modeling right now for our kids that church is a priority, we actually increase the likelihood that they're going to choose to make it a priority later in their life. If you are a ministry leader or a volunteer, thank you so much for your investment. A church can have relevant, age-appropriate curriculum, super fun, engaging, kid-focused worship, but you are actually the secret sauce. The way that you consistently show up and make the kids in your circle feel seen and heard and valued, that is what gets them wanting to come back each week. Keep building environments and programs that are going to motivate kids to actually drag their parents to church, and know that you're actually shaping an entire generation. I don't think there is a single more valuable investment that you can make.